Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is going on, my people? I don't even know who's here. Who's all here? Who's all here this morning? Big shout out. Big shout out to you guys. Oh, what an early day. What an early day. I, as you guys can tell, visibly just woke up, started a pot of coffee, and here we are. Here we are, baby. Ready for my first ever Monaco qualifying session. It is going to be sick, you know. I'm actually so excited. Whoever gets pole will DNF. I don't think so. I don't think so. I am of the belief that whoever gets pole wins tomorrow. I think we've had too many races where people have started off in pole and then not won. I think it's time. I think it's time somebody finally gets the W from pole. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Good morning, everyone. What is going on, my people? El Mundo de Hades, my G. What's going on? Nathan Torres, Zach Berry. I see. I went to bed 5 hours ago. Zach Berry, where are you at, bro? Jesus Christ. Went to bed 5 hours ago. Looks like it will be wet. What car is best suited for wet conditions? I think Lando Norris said the Mercedes is best suited for wet conditions and like slow corners. And that's maybe the Mercedes guys. Are we thinking the Mercedes? Dude, it's 2037. Dude, it's barely 8 a.m. here. Oh, Zach, New York. Jesus Christ, brother. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. Oh God, that's awful. Good afternoon, my peeps. My peeps, welcome. Let's go. It is Monaco Day. I'm actually excited. I'm always excited. But this is going to be an eventful day. It's going to be an eventful day. I have qualifying is going to be good today. I just have that feeling. I got a good feeling about it. I got a good suspicion about it. Qualifying is going to be fun. I'm trying to think of how we could kickstart the day. How are we kickstarting the day? And I got just the idea. Da-da-da. Let's do this. Let's get the day started off a good note, guys. You're gonna love Monaco. I hope so. I had an absolute blast with the Spanish Grand Prix. And I'm hoping Monaco is just as exciting, if not more exciting. Okay. This is how we start the day. Ik zie Max zijn mooiste momenten. Hij is de king van Barcelona. Rijdt alles zoek van Spa tot Monza. De geur van rubber en smeltend asfalt. Ik juich als Max weer één voorbij knalt. Zijn inhaalacties zijn bijzonder. We're raving. We're getting damn messed up. Hey, this song is actually so catchy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I find myself singing it throughout the day. And I'm not a huge Max Verstappen fan, but the song is so catchy. Yo, Verstappen, let's go. Okay, that's it. That's it for the pit stop boys. That's too much pit stop boys. That's too much pit stop boys for my liking. Guys, I do think that my predictions in the bottom left, they are accurate. They are very, very accurate. That's exactly what I think is going to happen today. I think it will be Verstappen getting pole. I think it will be Leclerc, and then I think it's going to be Checo, and that's why I think Verstappen's going to win another Grand Prix. I think he's going to win another one in a row. I don't see Ferrari beating them. I just don't know. Checo looked a bit better. I can't go off practices though. I can't go off practice sessions. That's my only issue. I can't use practice sessions as a ploy for the day. I wish I could. I would absolutely love to, but I just can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. I think it will be Max. I think it will be Leclerc. And then I threw in Checo just because people said he did look really good in practicing. Although I wanted to throw in Lewis Hamilton because I think that Mercedes would be really good in the rain. And if there's an accident this week, I think once again Mercedes will be the ones to hop on top of it. So it'll be very interesting to say the least. It'll be fun though. It'll be a fun qualifying session. It'll be a fun race. It's gonna be sick. Happy to see me enjoying that. Hey, listen, Luca. How do you say your last name? Gaglia, Regaglia. Is that how you say it? If I messed that up, I apologize. I've loved it so much. I've loved getting into F1. Um, I think F1 gaming is the next move, which it is the next move. We will have gaming on the channel. I'm just waiting until I physically move and got to get the streaming setup all set up before we get into it because it's gonna be fun. Just game on F1 for you guys. Probably for we'll start with just weekends, just going, and then we'll see where we go because obviously it's gonna be a lot. But yeah, the Champions League final is. Yeah, T minus 5 or 6 hours my time right now. It's a long ways away, but at the same time, it's gonna be Real Madrid. Nobody wants to see Liverpool win. Nobody wants to see it. I'm sorry, Liverpool fans. I don't care about your treble. The fact that you lost the league and you had a chance to get it means you should also lose the Champions League final. And I would like to see Real Madrid win that too. So hopefully they will. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta put some money on that. Actually, I gotta be a degenerate better and put some money on the Champions League final. Cause why not? Oh, okay. My coffee is brewing. I was gonna make breakfast this morning, but I woke up way too late. Mazepin. There's a Mazepin song. There's a Mazepin song. No way. I'm gonna look up the Mazepin song. Let's go look up this Nikita Mazepin song. Mazepin. I feel awful now that he's no longer in. No, they just have meme compilations of him spinning. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for the guy. I do feel bad. I mean, I do kind of feel bad for the guy. He came into F1 expecting to drive this year, and here we are. Has he really shown the talent to even do it? Probably not, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Mundo de Hades, yes, the Champions League final is today. Yes, it is. It is 100% today. Guys, I think after this, we will have, not only on the channel will we obviously have the qualifying, we'll have the onboards from Ayrton Senna's Monaco days. I think that's something I want to make sure I take a look at. And then Nico Rosberg's Monaco breakdown, because Nico Rosberg is an absolute genius. And I think he's won this race twice, or just once. I can't remember how many times Nico Rosberg has ended up winning. But yeah, so we're going to take a look at Senna, and then obviously the qualifying session. But yeah, it's gonna be, guys. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a fun time. We got lots to do today. It's a busy day. We gotta finish everything before the Champions League final, so I can get settled in and get cozy. But yeah, Champions League final tonight. What would be like 8 a.m. UK time? Everyone in Liverpool is going to be watching, and I don't care. I want to see Liverpool lose. For the life of me, I need to see Liverpool lose. It must happen. It's gotta happen. El Mundo, we might, yeah. It's gonna be a blast. What should we do for every person that crashes in? Also, what are we saying? Are we thinking who we think is gonna crash? Who we think is gonna crash in qualifying? I'm trying to think of who will crash in qualifying. It'll be very interesting. Senna's lap in 88, probably the best lap in history. Really? Discovering footballers and generic things about Europe. Maybe. We will see. We will. I mean, I've obviously done other things. Like, we'll have a Champions League video as well, probably today. Mainly because I'll probably be just watching the Champions League final and recording. Who knows? But yeah, there will be other things on the channel, especially come World Cup time. And I think there's Nations League still, so that'll be fun. Plus, if it was Chelsea in the Champions League final, guys, I'd be drunk already. I'd be absolutely slaughtered already. I was pissed drunk last year. It was an absolute blast. I had such a great time. But okay, let's see where the let's see where we're at for Monaco qualifying. See if we can get this stream pulled up here. See if we can get the stream pulled up here. It's taking a million years. Maybe not. Maybe we won't. You guys think Lewis Hamilton will crash? Was Ricciardo's crash bad? Was Daniel Ricciardo's crash bad? I did not realize he crashed in practice.
Behind his teammate, even still in FP3. Mercedes, this is another big.
Okay. Sorry. Slowly but surely we are getting this up. There we go. Okay. Okay. Got everything set now. Jesus.
Because the car's bouncing around, they haven't got the confidence.
Bad enough to cause a red flag in practice. They got a red flag in practice.
Just to prove that point further, side by side.
Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
On the right, and you can see this part here.
Obviously, when they start doing it was one of the biggest things that people were telling me is to not talk while they're doing the radio sessions.
And by the time they get to this next
and I can do that.
that you can see that Charles clearly got there ahead of the Mercedes. And speaking of which, we can go down to Ted, who's in the pit lane.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Yes, let's take a look at
Ted
him,
in the
shall
pit
we?
lane.
He's actually limbering up. He's doing some quite interesting stretching exercises just with his arms, just to make sure he's got the agility that he needs to brave and tough it out and triumph potentially around the streets of Monaco. But everything is going well for Leclerc. So far, absolutely no worries. Let's do a quick check on McLaren, how they're doing. There's a lot of work on Lando Norris's car. The car is still on stands, actually. They're just going to put it down in a second or two, but I think they're ready to go. And Daniel Ricciardo, he needs to put a big performance out. He's capable of qualifying brilliantly around here. He needs to do it again today. As for Alpine,
Can't wait to watch my nation's national team play some useless matches. I mean, you
can
still win a title. You can still win a title.
But Esteban Ocon, P17 for Esteban Ocon. He needs to find some speed. And let's just check in on Lance Stroll's car. Of course, we saw the accident, the crash in free practice 3. Just checking out how.
Oh, Lance Stroll crashed too.
Needs a good result. Here. There's been a lot of work on Lance Stroll's car. Okay, still going. Right, I thought it would be more finished than that. The team assured me it's going to be ready to go, but they're going to need every minute heading up to qualifying to get.
Oh my, Lance Stroll's not qualifying. Lance Stroll is not going.
Herbert's just gone past on a boat. I wonder what he's doing here. Must be earning some extra money. Right, okay. Let's look forward to qualifying now. Sergio Perez, as we discussed at the top of the thing, do you think he's got...
Guys, I really do think Lance Stroll is out.
I mean, really unbelievable. He's so confident out there, breaking
Nürburgring,
F1, closer to the barriers.
Indy 500 is this weekend too. You're lying.
Yeah, he can throw everything at it as well, and if he wants to reaffirm himself...
no way Indy 500 is this weekend.
The orders that he got put to last week, he'll go out there and try and do it.
Oh, yeah, it's Sunday. That's crazy.
The sun's just gone away. I think track temperature's going to drop. Be interesting who that's going to favour.
You could literally, if you wanted to, watch the Monaco Grand Prix, and then as soon as it's done, go to the Indy 500.
He can't get the car dialed in, and I think anytime they put front end,
that blows my mind.
The rear becomes disconnected. So we know Max, if he's not got a strong front end, that's not when he's quick, and I think that's why Sergio's kind of caught him up. But it's not something you can reinvent in the car very quickly. You maybe have to settle for second, third on the grid. He's got to think about the championship now, I think, given the comeback that he's had recently.
I don't think Max does that. Settle for third on the grid.
I think you'll see a different Max. I honestly do think you'll see a different Max.
No, we will not see a different Max.
World title. I think he knows.
Impressive, only one person in history has made the two. Which I saw that for the first time ever. One person winning the Triple Crown. I think that's so sick.
He had a little bit of a setback this morning. It was a couple
of tenths Graham Hill? That was him?
We saw yesterday. So I'm not sure if he can get there. It looks to me like Leclerc and Perez just have an edge and are just really able to push on the limit more.
All right, there we go. Plenty of footballers in today. Champion City and also Mason Mount as well. Phil Foden in there, Ruben Diaz. We're getting ready, as I said, qualifying away in less than 10 minutes here in Monaco. Do not go anywhere. It's so important.
Guys, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun Monaco Grand Prix.
Change happens fast, and you've just got to accelerate through it. Formula One on Sky Sports, sponsored by Workday. Workday, a system for
Why
finance,
is Workday?
HR,
Why
and
does
planning.
Workday sponsor F1?
We're not here to tell you how Juniper Networks is just like an Aston Martin Formula One car. We won't say when running a business or a race.
Browser page should be refreshed as well, so we at least have the drivers that are in qualifying. At least the top 10 right there.
No. Juniper is not like Aston Martin.
Okay.
We don't wear helmets. Demand more from your network. Juniper Networks.
He's still starting the races, but then at the back. Yeah, I think he'll have to start at the back. And just fingers crossed that he doesn't get into a crash.
Velvet, the new Dolce Vita. This is the way to sell your car. The car deals.
Okay, guys, we will be. Yeah, Alonso's got 2 of the 3. What is the one that Fernando Alonso needs? So he's won Monaco. He came close to winning the Indy 500. So he needs to win the Indy 500 to get the Triple Crown. That's a great story, That's a great story. I don't know why he doesn't just go for that. Like, that would be the perfect end to his career, is to finish off the Triple Crown. Obviously, he would have to stay in Indy. But, I mean, Romain Grosjean is doing good in IndyCar right now, isn't he? We need to go look at that. Because if Grosjean is doing good in the IndyCar, Fernando Alonso would be thriving. But okay, I'm going to go grab some coffee. Guys, and we're going to get set for Monaco qualifying. This is going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. Okay. Part of the Monaco qualifying. Now I'm going for the coffee. Sorry, apologies. Sprinting through again. Okay, we are back. We are almost back. We are back. Bam, we are here. Let's go! Monaco! It's going to be lit. I'm excited. It does look like a... Guys, it just... I would dream to be at Monaco right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
That everyone has wanted to come and see. It's a complete sellout this year.
Complete sellout at Monaco.
Earlier today, it might be Verstappen against Leclerc. Sergio Perez has come to join the party too.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen, and that's my predictions. It is. I got Verstappen, Leclerc, and Checo. 1, 2, 3.
A little bit more risk and get away with it.
Oh, that morning cup of coffee is so nice.
Kilometre or 2 per hour more.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. 2016 Monaco was the best GP in a while. Really? I thought people said 2018.
Every single year.
That was the year of Daniel Ricciardo.
In the grandstands, and it's very busy in the grandstands. But on the track,
Skip the Monaco GP in 2017 to race in the Indy 500.
Sounds quite easy, doesn't it?
It's insane that they put them on the same weekend. I don't know why they do that. I don't know what the point of that is. Like, it kind of takes away from the pageantry of one, which that one being Indy. But I guess Americans don't really care. We don't really care, do we?
Of course, it's 80 seconds if they're all out there
together. Is that Prost? They got Alain Prost.
In FP1, so you will never be able to spread the cars out in a satisfactory rate.
Even at his big age, Fernando would destroy an IndyCar. That's what I'm saying. So why doesn't he go? Like, he should actually just go and spend a year in Indy, and then gear up. The one race that he wants is the Indy 500. Finish off the Triple Crown. Might as well.
But do look out for possible moments of impeding. We had a few in the final practice session, one of which was Carlos Sainz, who the stewards have found guilty of impeding Lance Stroll, and they've given him a reprimand. That is his third reprimand of the season. It's a second reprimand for a driving offence. One more, and Carlos Sainz gets a 10th place grid penalty for that race or the next race.
I did not realize what reprimands were.
Got to be a little bit careful out there.
Monaco GP is not about who's the fastest. Well, I feel like it is about who's the fastest, but in qualifying. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's what it's supposed to be, is who is the fastest in qualifying. Who's the better strategist? Could you say it's a strategy race, though? I guess. I mean, if you're able to hold off other drivers, then yeah. He won't go to IndyCar because F1 over Indy, which is a given. It's a given. Which he wants to compete at the highest level to continue. But I would love to see Fernando Alonso win another world title before he goes.
It's one of the highlights of the season, isn't it, Crofty? indefinitely and made.
I think that would be
more
sick.
exciting
I think
by
Fernando Alonso
passing
winning
the
another world
with
title would be
truly
awesome, guys.
Random VIP guests. Crofty, Conor McGregor, nothing random about him. At least I wouldn't say that to his face. Ella Emhoff, the daughter of Doug Emhoff, the second gentleman of the USA, with her 20 Secret Service agent bodyguards. And
How did they get a
They all
pass?
got passes. They all got passes. And Eric Boulier, the ex-McLaren boss, who's now a pundit for French TV. You couldn't make it up, could you? Everyone wants a part of Monaco. But, yeah, everyone's excited and looking forward to it. To see all the drivers now want to make their way out. The Mercedes straight away.
Let's go!
Daniel Ricciardo just
Let's go, guys. Let's go. We are in. We are in. They are away.
From the Red Bull guys or Carlos Sainz or Charles Leclerc.
I guess this is what? This is all Q1. So this is all Q1, the practice, or just Q1 in Monaco.
But Lance Stroll's car is almost ready. Not quite, but almost.
So Lance Stroll is probably not going to start in Q1. They've got 15 minutes essentially to get him on the track to try and put down a lap. So he's probably starting in the back of the field or in the pit maybe.
For qualifying one, where the cars go round and round to get the best laps they possibly can, and we lose the slowest 5 at the end.
Okay, yeah, Q1 begins. Let's we'll put a little marker down. Q1 has started, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be nice. Who I think will, my predictions stand. I think Verstappen, Leclerc, and Checo. Verstappen is an absolute nut when it comes to Monaco. He loves this course.
Let's make the most of this.
There are many imperfections around Monaco, but to lose it from the calendar, I would hate to see it.
Monaco.
It is always an absolute thrill to come here.
The Queen is from
Pretty much
Monaco.
Each and every year, 67 times in the 72 years of the Formula One.
Aren't Monaco's Italian royalty,
These cars
technically?
doing battle
Aren't like the
across
Monegasques? Aren't they technically Italian royalty?
For a flying lap, Lando Norris in the McLaren, recovering from a bout of tonsillitis. He really was very poorly indeed 7 days ago in Barcelona. Superb effort finishing the points. How's he going to get on here, Martin Brundle?
He still didn't look absolutely right when I saw him in the hospitality at McLaren a little bit earlier on, but he's...
Oh, Lando's the first one to go. Netherlands the first one to go.
And we're not looking at him.
The Netherlands Queen is from Argentina. Oh, that makes sense. That makes total
Norris
sense.
was seeing Carlos Sainz trundling down the pit lane after his teammate Charles Leclerc.
I said to bear in mind, Lando, the drivers talk about the track being more and more bumpy. He said the only bit that feels bumpy to him is actually the pit lane where cars are parked year round. But of course, why the drivers are feeling it's more bumpy is they've got much smaller sidewalls, narrower sidewalls on the tyres, and much stiffer suspension to get the ground effect aerodynamics working.
Ooh, K-Mag is looking pretty good actually.
Slower than FP3 last year, free practice 3 last year, mostly because the cars are leaping around a bit.
Just watching Kevin Magnussen through to back there, he was hugging the Armco quite tightly as we can now pick up Lando Norris through the swimming pool chicane. Don't take too much curb on the entry. Lance Stroll did that in practice. Found himself just brushing the barriers and then working on his car to get him out, and he has got out as well. So he's on an
Oh wow, Lance Stroll is ready to go, guys. That blows my mind. That car did not look put together at all when they were focused on it.
Yeah, and he literally threw the car at Rascasse hairpin, did Lando Norris, and it's stuck, bouncing around at the back end, but it helped rotate the car.
Okay, Lewis Hamilton is also out on his pole lap, or not pole lap, on his Q1. Looks good. Maybe not quite as stuck to the corners as he would like, but it looks good.
His time at Sergio Perez, you can see the difference between the Mercedes and the Red Bull as Hamilton goes
Wow.
1:15.3. His teammate George Russell is next across the line, and Russell only 4th fastest in the 1:16s. Meanwhile, here comes Sergio
Daniel
Perez,
Ricciardo.
5th fastest.
Checo Perez dropped the 114 already. That's nuts.
Clear of the Mercedes, and that was the gap Mercedes were finding themselves with in practice earlier today.
A whole second gap between Red Bull and Mercedes.
There for Lewis in a lap than you see in half a season when he was busy dominating the World Championships, where and Sky Pad would struggle to see some kind of imperfection.
And Verstappen and Checo 1-2 right now. Of course they are.
Max Verstappen has just got 7/100ths of a second clear of his teammate Sergio Perez. Is George Russell's radio. the track temperature has changed by about 10 degrees from when the cars were last on the track.
So George Russell said no grip. George Russell said no grip at all.
Grip for George Russell. As we're on board with Charles.
Oh, Charles Leclerc is zooming. My guy is zooming. Let's go. Go on, Ferrari. Go on, Ferrari. Let's see it.
Charles at his home circuit. You climb across the pavement there, then down to 48.
I feel like that pavement kind of slowed him down a bit.
Try not to skim the inside barrier. You don't want to run wide either. Your eyes adjust through the tunnel. It's absolutely flat out, tighter than you imagine. Then boom, out into the sunshine. The car dances at the back end down the hill. Try not to clip these little barriers. We're really so close to the right hand side then.
What are we saying? What are we saying?
Skimming the inside barrier, picking up the throttle. Glance these two curves.
He is hauling. Charles Leclerc is hauling.
In a straight line for Raskas. Rotate the car.
It looks good. It looks like a good lap, you know.
Straighten the car up for good traction. This one's off camber. You can easily slide into the barrier. Stay right. Shortest run to the line.
Wow. Okay. Charles Leclerc. 3 through qualifying. P3 through qualifying or for Q1 so far. Kevin Magnussen.
Now got third fastest, and one of the things we might just see in this session, particularly Martin, the track improving as the rubber gets laid down and lap times changing quite drastically.
Yeah, I was gonna say the times are moving.
And you build up confidence as a driver as well, as you pointed out. Track temperatures drop, so the grip levels are different.
Esteban Ocon, the Alpine must be going really well. The Alpine must be going really, really well. Fernando Alonso 114.1.
Putting down the racing rubber. We're getting more and more rubber down now.
Lando there as well.
From Norris.
Wow.
That's not what we're expecting, is it? And that the track evolution explains all of that.
Which is a bit of a nightmare for the top teams, because I'm sure they'd like to get some banker laps in. Think about that.
Okay, let's see Checo and Verstappen. What are we saying? What are we saying, boys?
As the track improves as dramatically as it seems to be doing currently. Look at Max Verstappen, nearly 6/10 up, and he's only 2/3 of a way through his current lap. Sainz is 2 seconds up on his previous best time. He's already had a lap time deleted as Perez crosses the line.
Checo, wow. Sub 114.
For Sergio Perez, Yuki Tsunoda goes 6 fastest to Max Verstappen.
Wow, Checo guys might end up with the pole. That might be a big.
He's right in the game here, and Carlos Sainz with exactly the same time as Sergio Perez.
We are so much out of sequence with the others. It's dangerous like this.
Copy understood. We need 2 minutes for this run.
He means track position. He means when he's on a hot lap, when he's not. He's getting nervous about that. So, a million conscious and subconscious decisions you make. Turning the wheel, pressing the pedals, all the things.
Oh, goodness.
And then to 3
Perez and Sainz at the exact same time. Yeah, that's actually insane to think about.
Sainz are on an equal time.
If that was like that at the end of Q3, Perez would take pole because he got the lap in first. Carlos Sainz did it second, and that's how they then separate them.
I wish that would go for Q3. I wish it would stay like that.
We had it in FP3 as well. So there's the slow-moving traffic. Keeping to the left-hand side as Pierre Gasly makes his way around to back. Charles Leclerc has got a bit of free traffic and he's gone fastest overall through the first sector. So they've managed to get him in the right place for now, Martin.
Yeah, but
Charles Leclerc looks really good too.
Only 15 go through and some kind of yellow flag. Or
will Charles Leclerc will he end up top?
Of course they do.
Ooh, Pierre Gasly, good one.
In qualifying, but what he's saying, don't expose me out here like this.
Well, he's got a whole straights to Sander Vos, clear of traffic, and the first man into the 112s is Charles Leclerc.
Wow.
Last year, couldn't start the race, sadly for him, but he's gone fastest by just over 0.3 of a second. So the spread at the moment is at 4 seconds.
Charles Leclerc. That was pretty nutty, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. Charles Leclerc's lap was really good. It was really, really good. So we have Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, and Verstappen. And the Alpine looks so good. What is that? That kind of blows my mind, you know. It actually blows my mind how good that Alpine looks in qualifying.
On the calendar, 2.1
Guys, is Lewis? I thought that Mercedes looked really good. Is Lewis really going to go out in Q1 again?
George Russell improves.
George Russell's up to P8.
We're now on board.
That's not fantastic.
Ricardo we can follow down the main straight. Ricardo was 11th, goes only 9th fastest. Sergio Perez currently 2nd fastest behind Charles Leclerc. His teammate Verstappen's picked up pace on this particular lap.
And Verstappen in the one under 113. Verstappen under 113.
Lewis Hamilton at the moment 1.8 seconds off the pace. The Mercedes doesn't look like a car going for pole, but he's going to have to watch himself a little bit because he's right down in the danger zone as Pierre Gasly gets called to the random weighbridge.
Yeah, you have to make sure that, because obviously qualifying is an ace place to run your car a little bit light, so we've always been checked there. And I'm been sent home for listening to that weighbridge. A great number of excuses why that happened, none of which we'll listen to. But so it always takes time out of your program as well if you get randomly stopped at the weighbridge. But Hamilton then, as you point out, needs a decent lap now.
Is this then a decent lap? Accelerating through the tunnel before applying the brakes, 47 miles an hour only through the first part of that swimming pool chicane. Very steep downhill braking, and then how close can you get to the barriers at the back here? How much speed can you take through the swimming pool chicane, and is the car light enough for it?
I mean, Lewis looks good, but I'm just not sure if the flat speed of that Mercedes is going to help them. This is unreal. Okay, Lewis Q6 or P6. P6 right now for Lewis Hamilton. P6. Not bad, not great. Not bad, not great.
Out in front, he's got purple, fastest in the first sector, fastest in the middle sector.
Charles Leclerc. Oh my gosh, that Ferrari is so good. And Sainz Q2 or P2. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, pole position last year was a 1:10.3, but the cars are heavier this year, and of course
I'm still just, my mind is still blown actually.
Corners and slower in the slow corners. We're seeing a time loss, of course, in the slow corners, and struggling with the general bumps and street furniture of a road course like this. The manhole covers.
Oh, Checo. I think Checo might be Red Bull's hope to get a pole here.
These latest cars don't enjoy those.
No, they certainly don't. Sergio Perez never ever qualified in the top 6 here in.
He's never qualified in the top 6 for Checo.
Fastest, and fair way off the pace actually compared to his earlier exploits in FP3 in the earlier parts of qualifying. But as I mentioned at the top, it is all about getting out of the bottom 5 in this first part.
Yeah, Leclerc has a ton of pace.
And he will stay in 4th place. That
Ferrari 1-2 is up for grabs.
Bottas, Nicholas Latifi, Joe Guan Yu, and Sebastian Vettel. Bottas, who lost track running in free practice 1 with an MG UK part of the ERS package failing him. We've also seen on Mick Schumacher's Haas that same MG UK failed too. Maybe power unit concerns for the Ferrari runners going into this, and certainly Valtteri Bottas echoing those concerns.
Power unit concerns for Ferrari and for Haas.
The top 7 in a Haas car that does look competitive. That's a big leap from him as we head down to 10.
These run plans are all over the place, Crofty. People doing different things. People doing cool-down laps, 2 cool-down laps, 2 hot laps, and then coming back into the pits. As Hamilton comes back into the pits, George Russell is actually on an out lap, so he's doing something different. Then the Red Bulls are coming in as well. I can tell you what's happened with Valtteri Bottas. Did get traffic. Nothing wrong with his car. He's on an out lap as well. He'll be one to improve that.
So Bottas needs to try and make it.
Yes.
Imagine Leclerc, Perez, Sainz.
But look at Albon for Williams up into the top 10 as well. That was a good lap from him. So still the grip is coming and the confidence is building.
Here is Lance Stroll, who damaged his front wing.
Yeah, you know what? They repaired Lance Stroll's car really quick. Barbara, good luck at your game. Good luck at your league game. That'll be sick. Don't worry about joining the live stream or watching the Monaco Grand Prix. Enjoy your game. I hope you win.
A piece of bodywork on the Aston Martin, and he made contact with the barriers. That was a bit close from the marshal.
I know, but he was saying slow car ahead. That's what a white flag means. But it looked like he was waving in his face.
Yeah. Honestly, it looks a bit something's just flown off the
So who's done the most laps so far? It's Albon and George Russell.
Letting
George Russell's done 10 laps and is still in P13.
That looked fairly tidy through the.
Looks good though. Leclerc looks like he belongs.
Latifi last in the Drivers' Championship currently, the only driver that's not running the points at any stage during the course of this season. Would dearly love an impressive qualifying here, and from 19th goes up to 16th, so he's on the fringes, but not quite out of that bottom 5 as yet.
So Seb Vettel under big pressure in the Aston Martin down in 18th.
No, Vettel's going to miss another qualifying session. That would break my heart.
With one of those Alfa Romeos, Valtteri Bottas with the playing cards on top of his crash helmet. One of many drivers to have a special crash helmet for this Monaco Grand Prix weekend. Valtteri Bottas has found himself on the front row back in 2019, was third on the grid for Mercedes 12 months ago here in Monaco. Can he lift himself out of the bottom 5 with this lap? Yes, he can. Goes into the top 10, ninth fastest and ahead.
Bottas has a good lap.
George Russell will be next across the line. Goes third fastest for George Russell. Much better lap for him and the Mercedes.
George Russell just did a madness.
The red flags are out.
Why are the red flags out?
Indication that we've got a car against the barriers.
Where are the red flags? Why are there red flags?
But the session has been reflagged. The clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 25
Who
seconds
crashed?
to go.
So that's enough time to get out and start a flying lap. So Tsunoda is in the wall.
Yuki, no.
And let's just have a look. So Ricardo's at risk at the moment. Lando Norris last man in at the moment for McLaren. But of course you're going to want to really be down the end of the pit lane. Those that need to go out again, down the end of the pit lane. ASAP.
Where is Yuki? Where did Yuki crash at? Where did he crash at?
Another hot lap, Ted.
Yeah, so just wondering whether Yuki Tsunoda has damaged a barrier. As you can see, he is back into the pit lane. Just a little scuff mark on the little wheel cover, the spinner. But
I don't even see where he crashed.
Can't see anything from where I am properly.
I don't see where he crashed.
Ted, of Yuki Tsunoda into the Nouvelle chicane.
Oh, he just like clapped the barrier?
As he goes through and locks up.
Good front left puncture having touched the barrier.
But I wonder if he's going to glance another barrier here. No. So there's the puncture. Session's going to resume in 3 minutes' time. As he just on the way in might have made contact.
Oh, so he got a love tap.
Yeah, that seems a bit premature on the red flag, doesn't it? I was expecting to see a yard sale out there of a Formula 1 car spread all down the road. But
yeah, no. Okay, so Yuki love tapped the barrier. Yuki love tapped the barrier. It is the AlphaTauri. It is the AlphaTauri. They are okay. Everything is all good.
When he blocked the pit lane entrance, because he couldn't get back to the pits.
Yeah, he loved he's okay. He's all good. He survived.
Might be a bit of oil on the track, potentially. But I'm kind of with you here, Martin. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know why they halted that. Why they put an entire stop to the qualifying session for him touching a barrier.
Anyway, the session resumes in 2 minutes' time. So there will be time for everybody if they kind of get on with it. But some drivers and teams have needed a couple of laps to really get the tyres up to speed.
I'm told that a local marshal displayed a manual red flag. If that was the case, then race control would have no option but
Wait,
to
what?
press the button that puts the red flag on all the display panels.
A local marshal. Wait,
Because
what?
Once you see one red flag, they have to completely red flag the session because
They overreacted so hard. They overreacted so hard. I'm so lost why they did that.
So you just have to neutralise the session. And also, you can't take any chances. If a marshal sees something and put a red flag out, then race control have to go with it because marshals, well trained, experts in their field.
Well trained. I would like to call that out.
Well, potentially, it has come from a very good source, and thank you to that source for letting us know.
Oh wow, the pit lane is a madness.
There's that queue.
Look at the line of cars trying to get out of the pit lane. The line of cars just trying to get ready to go back out is insane.
Might have just put themselves out of harm's reach, but Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo are very much in the battle at the sharp end. The two Williams cars are right at the front of that queue because their garage is nearest to the exit of the pit lane.
Yeah, and
this is going to be tight to trying to get the lap in, but we will let you know and we'll call it.
Wow. This has been such a weird.
less concerned.
This has been such a weird session. Bro, get a bit more mad. It's red flag over. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. We back, baby. How many cars do you think will DNF? I think maybe 3. I think 3 DNFs is an accurate statement.
Tail of the field are going to take some pain here in terms of getting another lap started.
Well, put it this way, Ted Kravitz, those at the front of the queue, not exactly in a hurry to get out.
No, but they need to build the gap, don't they, as you've been saying.
Exactly.
So, but the McLarens, I'm most worried about, and I'm sure they are as well. Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris potentially in the drop zone with the new tyres. And look at this, they need to get on with this. They're not going to have time to set their laps. Come on, lads, get on with it.
Wow. So this qualifying session is going to be insane to finish.
Well, Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo are just going through massive.
So many cars close to each other, and a bunch of them need to set good laps. So they don't even know if they'll be able to get around. What the hell?
Ones that are in a bit of danger, Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Mick Schumacher.
I think Lewis is in a safe spot. I think Lewis Hamilton, at least in P8, is in a safe spot.
I don't think Joe Granier is going to get a chance to get to the line to start his final lap here before the checkered flag. He is just going through Sandoval.
And Magnussen is behind him as well.
Magnussen at least is in the top 6.
Yeah, K-Mag probably should not set a lap.
For the Williams drivers, absolutely no problem whatsoever to get the lap in. Can they now make it count? Nicholas Latifi needs to.
Will those at the front who have been able to get on with it, will they catch a massive pack of cars right to the end of the lap?
This could be fairly dramatic.
This is gonna be a dramatic ending, guys. This is gonna be a dramatic ending.
Albon makes his way up Beau Rivage, the steep climb, and then through Massenet into Casino Square. We used to it yesterday, Martin Brundle. I haven't seen you that thrilled by watching Formula One cars for a long, long time. What a spot it is!
Absolutely amazing. Williams is a bit reluctant to turn in so far on this lap. We have it again.
Ooh, even Albon is kind of struggling with the Williams.
Taken by the Williams. Albon, this is Portier into the tunnel, big traction zone, and then flat out through there. And down into the really bumpy downhill braking zone. Cars dancing around. And you really got to somehow keep a bit of momentum through there.
Right, checker flag is out. If you haven't got to the line to start your lap, you are not going to have this one count.
Well, I think everyone's out. Everyone's at least out.
Joe are not going to have
El Mundo, don't ruin it for me. El Mundo, you might be a little bit ahead of me. Don't ruin it for me.
By about 3 seconds. So yeah,
we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see here. I think they're about to finish all of these laps. Albon stayed in P11.
His teammate hasn't managed to get out of Q1 so far this season. Has a chance.
Come on, Latifi. What you got? What you got for me, Latifi? Nope, Latifi's gone. Latifi's gone. Sebastian Vettel, what?
In his lap time, Fernando Alonso.
Vettel went crazy.
We're on board.
That's under pressure qualifying. That was a good one from Vettel. Lando P4 just pushed Ricciardo in. Lando goes into 9. Oh my goodness.
And Albon down there as well. Lance Stroll is in the bottom 5, stays in the bottom 5 as Esteban Ocon goes 4th fastest overall. And
Yuki Tsunoda.
goes into the top 9.
Wow, what a good Q1.
Out of qualifying 2, and that was quite the finish to the first part of qualifying.
Wow.
So laps going in from the likes of Ocon and for Norris, Albon, Gasly, Stroll, Latifi and Joe all lose out.
Sad for them.
Albon just barely met. Pierre Gasly, Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi, and Joe. Bottas ended at P15. Bottas barely made it. Mick Schumacher, guys, Mick Schumacher is there. The dream of Mick Schumacher is still alive.
Really nicely.
Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Lance Stroll radio.
Must be 18 lots, I'm afraid.
Oh, Lenstrel's just screaming. He's just screaming in his mic.
Yep, the red flag came out at a very bad time for some. Gasly.
Wow, that red flag came out and helped Yuki. That red flag came out and helped Yuki. That's insane.
I'm afraid, John. Fox is left, Fox.
I don't know what to say. Honestly. Red flag in the wrong time now.
Zhou Guan Yu is not happy. He's not happy at all. And I mean, in fairness, I wouldn't be happy either. Yuki screwed his own teammate. Yuki kind of screwed his own teammate, bro.
His teammate that tagged the wall down at the seafront chicane.
What is Pierre Gasly doing?
In the first place.
So, Pierre Gasly, 1 of 5 then. He's reached Q3 on all 3 starts.
Yeah, Yuki hard screwed Pierre Gasly. Which I thought Pierre was having good laps. And pretty much he got no time to then go out with tires that had to cool down a little bit for about 3 or 4 minutes. In fairness, I don't think it was Yuki that screwed his own teammate. I think whatever Stewart did, because that was such a garbage red flag. Like, Yuki barely touched the wall. Why are you red flagging that? I don't get it. That's the only thing I will say in fairness for Yuki, is that it wasn't his decision to red flag it. Like, yeah, he touched the barrier, but he had a puncture. Like, that should not be that big of a deal. You guys should not red flag that. And then Pierre got screwed over. Lance Stroll, I'm not really worried about being screwed. He can get screwed over. I don't really mind Lance Stroll getting screwed over. Guys, I'm just happy Vettel got out. Vettel got out and Mick Schumacher got out. And then the dream of Bottas. Bottas got out right at P15. Lewis in P13 is a little damning and a little concerning for Q2. Because George Russell was all the way, up at P5? George Russell looked really solid. He looked solid. Yeah, he could totally make it back to the pits. And he did make it back to the pits. That's the thing. He made it back to the pit anyway. They red flagged that, and Yuki was already in the pit. So they red flagged it for nothing. Like that. That's insane if you think about it. Debris of the wheel cover on the track. Well, come on. Marshall says Cash is king. Let the red flag fly. Should we get a red flag? Should I just get a red flag and just start waving it around every time we see a crash in this? That would be sick. Yo, JJ react to Turkey 2020. I might, yeah. Listen, I could use some more races to look at, guys. In fact, wait, okay. I gotta go over the video schedule for today, guys, because it's gonna be a rough one. Okay, so I will give you guys an insight into what we're recording. They already are recorded. I just gotta edit them, obviously. It was a very, very early morning. So obviously today we'll have the Ayrton Senna on board. It'll be an on board and not an on board because we're taking a look at his best Monaco laps. Everyone says he's the Monaco king. They also said Graham Hill is the Monaco king, so maybe we'll take a look at that. Pierre Gasly. What the heck is Pierre Gasly doing? Pierre Gasly stormed away. He is so pissed. I would be too if I was him, I'm not going to lie. But okay, the Ayrton Senna on board, that will be number 1 for today. And then we're taking a look at the Nico Rosberg track explanation. And then I have to save room on the channel because max is 3 videos a day. I'm not doing more than 3 videos a day. I think it's kind of overkill for the channel. But it'll be the Champions League final reaction. So obviously the Champions League final is going to be nice. They're explaining the flag right now, so let's tune in. Let's tune back in.
Just on that left-hand side, so he's actually destroyed his wheel, as we saw. And I wondered if there were, shards of wheel and carbon fibre all over the track at that point. That's why they red flagged here. And if I go to the onboard of the next car behind him, ironically Pierre Gasly,
ironically,
as he gets to the corner. So just had Tsunoda hit the barrier, so I'll stop it here, and I'm looking out for something, any debris on track perhaps.
Well, there's a Marshall, that's for sure.
A little bit here, so what's all this stuff? So maybe this is why they've red flagged it. Another piece in front of him, just highlight there for you as well. So maybe they did feel that the track had too much debris on there, and that's why they caused a red flag, but it does seem like it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction.
It was a knee-jerk reaction. That was an awful red flag. It was an awful red flag.
Watch out for the red lights on top. It's green at the start, and they go red just there. That's the start line. When you open your lap up, and green, red. That's how much he missed out by. Poor old Pierre Gasly.
There's been a few
Wow.
hard luck stories around this circuit, and this is the latest one to add to the many chances.
Wow. Did anyone crash in FP3? Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll hit a barrier in FP3.
Just managed to get through into Q2.
Okay, wait, shoot. Guys, I apologize. You guys will still be able to listen. I'm getting a second cup of coffee. I already finished my first one. I know I'm going a little hard. I'm getting a second cup of coffee before. I mean, it's hard to start in Q2. But let's do this. Let's do this.
And the Alfa Romeo has been strong, hasn't it? Yeah, but I'm not sure it's absolutely flying around here. You have to say the Haas looks like it's a little bit more tuned in, but I still wouldn't be at all surprised to see Bottas in the top 10 shootout.
Well, we shall see. If you're just joining us for qualifying, we've got Q2 and Q3 to go. And if you've missed Q1 and you're a Sky Glass customer or a Sky Q customer, press your red button. You can watch highlights of qualifying alongside the live action, which has just got going again. And you can see the Red Bull of Max Verstappen.
Okay, see, look at that. I'm back. I'm back. We were barely gone.
They've built some properties down there, so you don't see a thing as a driver
Okay,
now.
15 minutes for Q2. We are in, baby. We are in, baby. Guys, I just want to say as well, I'm not sure. What is the stream's quality for? It's only 360p. That's so awful.
No, I always say to people,
I don't know why my stream settings aren't that good. I do apologize for that. I do need to fix that. Still waiting on that new camera to show up, but we will work on that, won't we? But okay, Q2, we are diving in. Do we need to make a change on my predictions at all, guys? I think. Hear me out. Here is the change on the predictions. Here is the change on the predictions, which they're not going to be too different, in my opinion. I think it'll be that, and that, and then that. Guys, I think those are the changes to the predictions. I think that Ferrari's looking really good. You guys got a 1080p? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe it's just me. Looking good then. Let's go. Let's go. I think those are the changes. I think those are the changes for sure. Although Checo hasn't looked good. Checo has not looked good. I take that back. I'm sorry, Checo. I gotta switch this up for the people. Here we go. This signs. There we go. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying now. That's what we're saying. Should be interesting. Also, guys, I cannot wait for Baku. Everyone said the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is one of the best. It started out as a really bad street circuit, and now it's one of the best. And I'm actually excited. I'm excited to see it. Whether it's like the track on boards or the sort of stories behind them, I'm very excited to see that.
Takes over at the top. Verstappen once again looks settled, but not necessarily as pacey as he would like.
Okay, do we even have a lap in yet?
For Norris, for Magnussen, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, and Schumacher, by the way.
So the speed Leclerc just took through the second part of the cerebral.
Let's go, 1080p. I'll take that. For myself, like me trying to watch my own stream or to make sure that it's working, it's only showing 360p. And so I was like, that sucks, doesn't it? Guys, Ferrari looks phenomenal around Monaco. They look great. You know who does not look good? Mercedes. Which it took George Russell the most amount of laps to get his good lap time. I just don't know.
Let's just watch Sergio Perez. You said go through to back. Got very close on the left-hand side, didn't he? What's that on his halo?
There's like something, there's something on his halo.
String that looks a
There's a bit of tape just come off, maybe. Either way,
yeah, guys, Ferrari might go and win this.
hoovered up something, one of the boats, didn't it?
There's a lot of people waving.
It looks like a Charles Leclerc pole day. I'm going to be completely frank with you. As long as they get out of Q2 with no accidents, I think Ferrari will take it. I think they'll take the lot.
We go, get the car rotated as early as he possibly can. Maybe use a little bit of curve on the exit. And Anthony Noakes as well. Hamilton was 12th fastest, goes 5th fastest.
We'll retitle the live stream Ferrari versus Red Bull, because that's what I think it is. That's what I think it's going to be. It's absolutely cooked.
George Russell on this lap at 19.3 and a 34.2 for his sector time, just 8/10 down as he crosses the line. And he goes behind his teammate, 7th fastest overall.
The Haas does not look good on this course, which is shocking to me.
Now. The driver's at risk.
I thought this would be their type of race for Monaco with how well the car is so performed.
And then Ocon and Alonso, who we can pick up now, Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, you start driving out of your skin now. You're starting to build to the crescendo. Alonso goes 5th, but the car's what you've got. That's it now. And the tyres. It's all about you behind the wheel, just finding a fraction.
Lewis Hamilton radio.
Rears are too hot, mate. Yeah, copy that. It'll still be a single call though.
Track temperature has just risen a little bit.
Okay, yeah, so Lewis Hamilton said the track temp is track temp is too hot and it's cooking his tires. So what are we saying? Are we saying 1 stop or 2 stop for Monaco? I'm guessing 2 stop for everyone, right? Everyone use the Albon method, the 1 stop Alex Albon or no stop Alex Albon method to try and just stay out and beat everyone. That would be sick. That would be sick, wouldn't it? Imagine Alex Albon were to take like top 5, like P5 in Monaco, simply because he didn't pit right until the last lap. That would be a genius move.
Valtteri Bottas was in a very chirpy mood the other day when he gave a print of a photo he had taken of him bearing his bare backside, and gave a copy of that print to Lewis Hamilton. And it raised €50,000 for charity, which was superb. And he thought Lewis should have the last print as his old teammate. Was hoping that lap might put him somewhere near his old teammate, but only 12th fastest for Valtteri Bottas. No surprises.
Max.
We look at the timing clocks now to see purple underneath Charles Leclerc. He's going pretty rapidly through the first sector.
Wow, that guy's Ferrari is insane.
But on his teammate Sergio Perez, despite this being his best lap.
See, I talk shit about Checo, and then what does Checo do? I talk shit about Checo, and what does Checo immediately do? He performs out of his skin.
These 4, by and large, so he's going to have to find something pretty special in Q3. We know he can.
Monaco throws up the odd surprise from time to time, and on a day where you think it's all about Verstappen versus Leclerc, could it be about Perez against Sainz instead? Could the other drivers of these teams?
Nope. And Leclerc finds a way. Leclerc finds a way. Why are we not seeing the cars in the tunnel? I don't know, actually. That's very weird.
Lewis wanted a second cool-down lap just to reduce the temperature. Didn't get it. Doesn't feel he's got the grip.
Yeah, but he missed the apex of turn 10 as well, so the time will be deleted. The reason they didn't bring him in is it would have compromised the second run. I'd be pretty sure that's why Bono said you'll be going next lap anyway.
Yeah, maybe he wanted a second cool-down lap as well. As Ted was saying earlier, there's a few that have been trying that in what are fairly high track conditions. Quite extreme track conditions here in Monaco. We don't often have it as hot as this, as Sergio Perez goes to within a 10th of Charles Leclerc. Still second.
So Checo looks good again. 2 stop would mean you have to overtake 1 stoppers, which is unlikely. Okay, that's fair. Even if we have rain, people wouldn't do a 2 stop.
What do you think, Crofty? Probably a second. Needs to find a second to get out of here. Yeah, not easily done around Monaco. Carlos Sainz, as you see Ferrari just coming out of the pit lane for a quick pit stop for Charles Leclerc. Sainz has now put on fresh soft tyres, so watch out for Sainz. He's just finishing an out lap. He'll be starting his lap soon.
Yeah, Ricardo was on the used tyres. He needs in
I love the guys. I just love the reflection that you can see off of the tires.
2 seconds.
Like how they're squeaky clean.
To rubber in, and the times keep improving as Charles Leclerc wants to come in, but he's stopped in front of the Mercedes garage before he gets pushed back by his crew. Is he going back to the weighbridge here? We mentioned that random weighbridge. I think he's been called in by the FIA, has he? and has missed the weight bridge. Now, Ted, that's exactly what's happened. He's missed the weight bridge here, and he's had to be pushed back by the
So
crew.
it's a little light board on the right-hand side as you come into the pits with your with Lec. It would have said Lec or 16 on it, and it seems that Charles went straight past it. Very quick thinking by the team manager there at Ferrari has told him to stop. And I think the mechanics are allowed to push the car. Had he gone back to the garage and they did any work or even touched the car, then he would have been disqualified or got some.
Charles Leclerc just dodged a bullet,
okay,
you know.
After the mechanics just pushed him back.
He dodged an absolute bullet. I did not realize that the weighbridge thing was this big of a deal in Monaco. I did not think about that.
At the start of the pit lane here before finishing 10th. He missed the weighbridge, went back to the garage, and because there's the possibility that you could do something to the car before then going back to the weighbridge, the FIA don't see any charitable decision to be made, and it's guilty before proven innocent.
Yeah, Leclerc did the same thing in 2019 as well, but the reason I got sent home was the man who was operating the lights, his foot got run over by Nigel Mansell and he stopped operating the light. But apparently that wasn't a good enough reason, and Charlie Whiting came up with me in my defence to say, look, this happened, this is why Martin didn't see the light. But I literally got sent home from that Grand Prix 1991, I think it was.
Wow, Martin Brundle with the education. I see you, Martin Brundle.
Details over the years here in Monaco, and plenty more to be told this afternoon as well. Lewis Hamilton currently about a second off the pace.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton's not looking hot. Just came back from the bathroom. What did I miss? Nothing really. Leclerc almost got disqualified for something with weight. I don't know. Like he drove past the station. They had to push him back into it. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton is not. Guys, I thought Mercedes turned the page. I thought they turned the page.
Lewis Hamilton has had to sit in for some time. He's doing his best and trying to wring everything out of it, but on occasion just going a bit too deep.
Daniel Ricciardo actually looks pretty decent. You know, the lap looks good.
Now, how much pace has he got? The Honey Badger in that McLaren. As round the final corner he goes twice.
Oh, Daniel Ricciardo, P10. Okay, we have 2 minutes 30 seconds left in. Oh goodness, this is gonna be. We're gonna be sweating this one. We're gonna be sweating this one. Let me refresh the browser so we have the accurate lap time.
So the Ferrari of science there is on. Ferrari of science there looked like it was about to start a lap and didn't. Did he?
Where did we go? Okay, there we go. Q2. We got the updated lap times in Q2. All set.
On those tires.
He had set his personal best first
Get out of the way.
On that lap, though, which makes me think that he might have just abandoned it.
Stop seeing the ad, Google. I'm not interested. We are not interested.
Going to the top 10, he's been pushed out.
Now get out of the way.
Sonoda. So he's back down in 11th. And he's
Okay,
looking for
there we
a
go.
little bit more pace, but there's plenty of time for more flying laps
There we
to
go.
come. Out on the flying lap at the moment, George Russell, who's just set his fastest time in the first sector so far, as we watch Lando Norris on a preparation lap, on an out lap.
Yeah, Leclerc is sitting pretty right now. He's sitting pretty.
Qualified 5th here last year, went on to take a podium, and a fine podium it was too for Lando Norris. Of course, has a podium, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix this season, only one outside of the top 3 teams of Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes. Only driver outside of those 3 to get a podium so far this year. As Sainz keeps out of George Russell.
Good lap.
Around the non-stop disco at La Rascasse. He moves.
Okay, so far, Mick Schumacher, Bottas, Magnussen, Vettel, Ricciardo are in the drop. They are in the drop.
To 6th place, Esteban Ocon.
Ocon, Lewis Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, and Fernando Alonso were all in trouble. And K-Mag just knocked out Ocon. Okay, we got 40 seconds left. This is it. It's coming down to it, guys. It's coming down to it. Okay.
Mick Schumacher out there to qualifying because he hasn't got time to get round to the line before the checkered flag.
They said Mick Schumacher's for sure out. Okay, so Mick Schumacher's for sure out.
I don't think he's going to do that on this particular occasion. His teammate
So Ocon has a chance to knock out K-Mag.
Ocon is up by 6/100ths of a second.
Is that a helmet cam? That helmet cam is so dope.
Ricardo's on a better lap as well. A personal best middle
Oh my good dude, Lewis Hamilton and Kevin Magnussen have a chance to get knocked out in Q2. Hamilton needs to drop a good lap. Ocon just went P6. Magnussen's out. Lewis Hamilton just probably saved himself. Lewis Hamilton saved himself. That's good. That's a good one. So Yuki Tsunoda's on the drop. Magnussen is for sure out. Mick Schumacher's for sure out. I think Bottas is also out. Vettel saved himself. God, Sebastian. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so Fernando Alonso is the next to possibly go. Bottas didn't do it. Oh, Valtteri.
Who was the driver at risk as Max Verstappen crosses the line to go fourth fastest, but a decent lap from Vettel right at the end.
And Yuki Tsunoda just missed it as well.
Separated by less than a tenth.
And the top 5 by less than 0.4 of a second.
Daniel Ricciardo out in Q2 again. Sebastian Vettel, guys, moving to Q3 in the Aston Martin.
On top of that McLaren for some reason.
Disappointment for Daniel Ricciardo, his former teammates at Red Bull, now in Aston Martin. Sebastian Vettel has gone into Q3 here.
Yo, Vettel is so happy, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy for that. Sebastian Vettel, it's been a rough season for Sebastian Vettel. It's been a rough season for Sebastian Vettel.
P12.
Oh, Bottas is not happy.
P12 for Valtteri Bottas, 2/10 separating him, and a continuation in Q3. Only just got out of Q1.
Unlucky. Yuki also kind of unlucky. Guys, it's like a nice throwback. We got Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel in the Q3. Both of the Mercedes in Q3, so they kind of finally put it together with the both of them. What did we end up? Let's see the final times. Let's see the final times here. Okay. So we got Charles Leclerc, Checo, Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen. Verstappen hasn't looked good necessarily. I mean, he hasn't looked good at all, in my opinion, so far through qualifying today. But I still think he's going to end up getting P2. I think if Checo is able to push the car like that, Verstappen's going to find something. But he's a whole 0.2 or 1/10, I guess, of a second behind. Leclerc's going to get pole, guys. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you so you're not surprised. Charles Leclerc will get pole of the Monaco Grand Prix. And the thing is, he would have won Spain, in my opinion. I think it was an easy win for Charles Leclerc had the Ferrari not gone down. What did they say? It was a gearbox issue it wasn't a gearbox issue for why the Ferrari stopped. Why did the Ferrari DNF in Spain? Someone help me out. Why did the Ferrari DNF in Spain? I completely forgot. I don't remember. But anyway, I think it would have been an easy Ferrari win at Spain. And that's why I'm thinking it will be another Ferrari. I think it'll be a Ferrari win in Monaco. I think it will get them back on track. In my opinion, I think that's Daniel Ricciardo should leave McLaren. Hell no, he should not leave McLaren. In fairness, the situation that he left in Red Bull where he wanted assurances that he would be able to compete with Max Verstappen is sort of the same situation, in my opinion, that he's in at McLaren. McLaren's future is Lando Norris. The future is Lando Norris, and I think they know that, and I think they feel that. Lando's so young, he's so talented, he has so much potential. And I think Daniel Ricciardo does have to sort of live with it. He is the second driver of McLaren. Whether he likes that or not, I think that's just true. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I really don't. I think if McLaren found themselves in a really good car, Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris would both thrive. But that's those are just my thoughts. But I mean, you guys can let me know what you think. Lando might be the first driver to only race for one team, which I like. I like that thought. More like McLaren will get rid of Ricciardo. Yeah, if I was them, I wouldn't, because I don't know who McLaren could replace Daniel Ricciardo with. Wait, okay, Christian Horner's on.
Hit a rhythm that is working very, very well for him. So he looks our closest challenger to Ferrari at the moment. So, but obviously 2 runs in Q3 and see what we get.
Yeah, it's Q3 that matters, of course, for the grid. But what is Max complaining of? Where is he struggling and losing that 2 tenths?
I think it starts at the beginning of the lap. I think turn 1 he's just struggling on the brakes, down there. So he's starting the lap a tenth behind, and that compounds up
Ooh.
through that
I think
first
Ricciardo
sector.
will retire. No way he
So,
does.
second
No
sector
way he
he's looking
does.
okay. Third sector, Checo's fastest man on the track. So it's about stringing it all together, getting the tyres in the right window.
How damaging a performance to the championship hopes? I know we're at an early stage of the season. Would it be if Max couldn't get out of 4th place, if that's where he had to start the race tomorrow?
Well, if that's where we have to start, that's where we have to start. But, obviously, for Monaco, you want to be as high as you can, and that's why there's such a premium on this qualifying. So
Yeah, okay.
So, this one's
They,
going to be box office Q3.
I think it is. Christian, thanks ever so much. Max Verstappen, twice started 4th here in Monaco, twice finished 4th from 4th here in Monaco. As he prepares to go 4th.
I did not know that.
In a few moments' time. Charles Leclerc, though, with the pace. Carlos Sainz just edging it from Max as we take a 1 pole position.
Guys, we are ready for Q3. I'm ready for Q3. This is it. This is for all the marbles. This is for everything. Maybe even bigger than the race. This Q3. Secretly hope Checo. This is the best thing. That would be there massive. Vettel get P1. You want Vettel in P1? Dude, Sebastian Vettel anywhere in the top 5 would be incredible.
Esteban Ocon in Q3.
Well, I'm glad he's found his pace. I wonder where it was hiding for the rest of the weekend, Crofty. Because I talked about playing yourself in, but
So what is it? Both the Alpines, both the Ferraris, both the Red Bulls, both the Mercedes, 1 McLaren, and 1 Aston Martin. That's what we have. That's what we have in Q3.
We got a Mercedes almost cannoning into a Ferrari. So Hamilton and then Russell sandwiched by Leclerc at the front and then Sainz at the back. So as always, they wait for a bit and then they all come out at the same time.
This is gonna be a tough finish, guys. This is gonna be a tough. Yeah, this is it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm calling it. The predictions are staying the same. Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz in that order. I think Checo or Lando P4, and then one of the Mercedes P5. I think that's what's happening. That's what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. If JJ is correct, then JJ is correct. If not, so be it. If not, so be it. But I think that's what's about to happen. Let's go. Let's do this.
If you're just joining us, it's the final part of qualifying. If you've missed the first 2 parts of this qualifying,
Yeah, no crashes at all through qualifying. Oh, I guess Yuki. You could say Yuki crashed, but that was barely a crash.
By pressing your red button, and it's the red Ferrari that has been on top. But not by much. Sergio Perez very much in the game. His teammate Max Verstappen with a bit of time to find. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell both in there for Mercedes. Lando Norris.
I don't know if I can watch it.
Having an excellent qualifying
the Nürburgring race is going on right now? Dude, there's way too much going on this weekend. There's way too much going on this weekend.
I know, but if they are to be purple, I'm gonna be. But okay.
What he means is, you push, you can go a little bit faster. And Carlos is saying, yeah, but if the Mercedes in front of us, Norris in front of us, are doing the preparation lap in the way they normally would, I'm just going to go into the back, and I'm not going to have enough of a gap. Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso, the 2 Alpine drivers, also in this part of qualifying. Sebastian Vettel making it into Q3.
I just love that Vettel made it at Monaco of all places.
So,
Like, Vettel has had such a rough time in that Aston Martin, yet he has still found a way to get into Q3. I love that for him so much.
DRS wide open down the pit curve, and you've got to pick that braking point so carefully. And the back end of the Ferrari.
All right, Leclerc, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Charles. I think this is it. I think this is
Keep squeezing the throttle.
this is it.
Go around the bump. Be mindful that it's downhill braking here, and take one hand off the steering wheel, crank it on full opposite, full lock, I should say, across the pavement. Be straight when you come off that pavement. In early.
Ooh, that's such a good turn into the tunnel. Such a good turn into the tunnel. That Ferrari looks gorgeous.
A little bit wide on the way in there, just a tiny bit wide, but carried good speed. Mind the right tires against the barrier.
Go on, Charles.
The left-hander.
Go on, Charles.
Them again through the exit. The Ferrari settles so nicely. This is where Leclerc carries a lot of speed. Brake again,
And he's hauling. He's hauling.
Now you got one.
Okay. Let's see it, Leclerc. What's the lap time? I think 1:12 has been his best so far.
But what's it going to yield time-wise? An 11.3. That's a cracking lap.
That is half a second quicker than his best lap and the fastest lap during Q2. He has found more pace.
Charles Leclerc is gonna, guys. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc has done it. That man has done it. You know.
By 0.2 of a second from his teammate
And Carlos Sainz also P2.
Makes his way round.
Wow. Verstappen.
Across the line with Max Verstappen, and he's nearly 0.3 off the pace.
Yeah, and then Checo 3. Guys, this is a Ferrari. Yeah, that Charles Leclerc time is absurd. That Charles Leclerc time. The Ferrari are going to get a pole position here. It's untouchable. They look untouchable.
I mean, he just carried lovely speed.
And Leclerc, what is it? They said there's even parts of that track that Leclerc can cut time on. So that was just it was a gorgeous lap.
The two Mercedes, I should say, as well.
Wow, Lewis Hamilton nearly a whole second off of the time of that Ferrari.
Actually, I'm pretty sure what Russell was doing was.
Which that's going to feel bad, but he can't change that.
And he was on a warm-up lap.
This is a push lap for Lewis Hamilton.
What are we saying, Lewis? Oh my goodness, hell no. Lewis Hamilton, I don't think is going into that top 5. George Russell might, but yeah.
We haven't had a Mercedes in the top 3 after these initial exchanges, but on used tyres, it is worth pointing out.
Oh my goodness, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Checo. I think this track is perfectly showing. Sorry, there's 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left in qualifying in Q3. In qualifying in general, yeah. 7 minutes left in qualifying. I think this track is showing which cars are the most superior, and it is Ferrari and Red Bull, and it's not close. They look good. I mean, guys, Lando Norris looks really good. Lando Norris looks really good. How did Ricciardo not make Q3? How did Ricciardo not make Q3?
The two Alpine drivers locked at 3 apiece in the inter-team battle so far.
I'm at 6:30.
Alonso goes 5th fastest. It's a handy lap.
I'm at 6:30 left in qualifying in Q3. Just to sync up my people. Sync up, link up. Link up. Okay. Checo is trying to help Red Bull out here. But I just don't think they're touching Ferrari. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Leclerc is going to get his pole position again.
Up to the ante, shall we say, at a place where the casino dominates, perched on top of the hill, and where, well, the punters chase the ante. Sergio Perez chasing.
Oh my gosh, what was that, Checo?
That particular lap.
Yeah, it was odd. He didn't carry much speed really through the last corner, so I don't know what that one was all about.
It's the only driver, bar the two Alpines, making his way around the track.
Okay, so Checo's just trying to.
Minutes to go. This
Checo's just trying to do something here. He's trying to give himself some hope.
Ferrari pole today would be their 12th in Monaco. Means they go ahead of McLaren for the most poles by any constructor at this Grand Prix. Ted Kravitz.
Yeah, bearing in mind what Christian Horner was saying about Max Verstappen losing a tenth of Sandoval every lap, he's fixed that, Crofty. Only the 300ths of a second behind Sergio Perez. So good improvement from Max Verstappen. It's just
A good improvement from Verstappen, but they're not going to touch.
Next, he says he wants a slow lap and then a push lap.
What?
And then a slow.
Oh, 14 World Championships in the top 10. Yeah, that's sick. That's so sick? The best drivers have come to play here in Monaco. They got to get them party invites, so they gotta show out in qualifying. Okay, we're under 5 minutes. Under 5 minutes left in Q3. Under 5 minutes left. We'll mark that. Under 5 left to go in Q3, and it's gonna be hectic. We're about to get real hectic here towards the finish.
As they come out, Sergio Perez heading back into the garage with the cooling fans attached to the top.
He was quite late in, wasn't he, with that sort of nothing-y lap. He didn't open the DRS down the pit straight, and he was very steady through that corner, but they can only fill at 0.8 litres per second, so they've got to get some fuel in the car and prepare it for a last charge. So we'll keep an eye on Mercedes. Do they actually?
Okay, you're at 4:30. I'm at 4 minutes. I'm at 4 minutes left in qualifying. We got this. We got this. Verstappen's back on the track. Verstappen is out. He's out doing a lap.
45 degrees, whether that's
Will Max be able to put down a monster lap or no? Oh goodness, no. The answer is no. The answer is well no.
But Max, it's a poor first sector for Max Verstappen on 91. He's nowhere with that one, and we saw him sliding around, didn't we? But he's got a chance of getting this car onto the front row. So I don't think Perez and Sainz have really delivered their full potential at the moment.
So, oh wow, they're saying Perez and Sainz can go quicker.
Sainz currently on the front row alongside his teammate. Who of course,
imagine a Ferrari 1-2.
Last year, finished second.
Imagine a Ferrari 1-2, guys. That would be insane.
Couldn't hook up the time either. This is the Red Bull we've become used to in qualifying this season, but on a track dominated by slow corners, where slow corners are their strength, is it any surprise that the Ferrari is out there?
Wow, Verstappen did not improve at all on his time.
No grip, mate.
He did not improve at all.
A lot of understeer for Lando Norris, and then some oversteer through the exit. Understeer in, oversteer out. It's your worst case scenario, but he's still managed to pull an 11.8 out of that. Two adventures in 2 corners.
So McLaren actually has a good car. Lando was getting the best out of that car. I don't get how they're not doing good.
I want to try my best, but these are
Okay.
I think once again, Charles Leclerc's not happy where he's been positioned on the track. He's had to.
Oh yeah, Charles Leclerc really is not happy. Charles Leclerc is really not happy.
Getting all a little bit het up with his engineers.
Yeah, Max did not improve at all. I don't think the Mercedes are going to improve at all, to be honest with you.
For Mercedes so far this weekend, quite a handy position. Can George Russell potentially put himself up into the top?
Go on, George.
We'll see.
Go on, George.
Crosses the line now. 6th fastest for George Russell.
George Russell, he passed Lewis. George Russell passed Lewis. But that's it. That's all he's got so far.
Really using the full width of the track. Nice.
Got. Okay, we're down to the last minute 30. Minute 30 left. Minute 30 left.
He's got another lap to come, though, George Russell.
Okay, Lewis on the move.
Another lap to come out there at the moment. A lot of preparation laps, a lot of drivers getting their tyres into the right working window, ready to go for it. One more flying lap for a pole position, potentially, at a Monaco Grand Prix, a pole position.
Go on, Leclerc. Go on, Charles.
Leclerc. He took pole
Go on, Charles.
This time last year, and I dare say, an awful
He's going to get pole again, I feel like.
Keep up the pace he's setting currently, and it's a rocket pace.
It's a good pace. Charles Leclerc looks good.
It's a Portier now, and wow, it looks like 100%.
Oh, Red Bull! A Red Bull!
That was Perez.
Oh, Checo.
And I think Perez has got it.
No!
Carlos Sainz on the scene as well has made contact, and that is the end of qualifying. And last year it was Charles Leclerc who hit the barriers and managed to grab pole.
Sorry.
This year it's Sergio Perez who's hit the barriers and Charles Leclerc.
Ferrari won too.
I dare say he would have grabbed pole anyway.
Ferrari won too.
Well, in the week that he announced he was becoming a Disney character.
Oh my goodness, the Alpine's in the wall too. The Alpine's in the wall too.
That is a little bit of wreckage at Portier.
Yeah, I saw a yellow flag late.
Sainz didn't see the yellow flag. Perez slid, lost the rear, and went into the wall at a corner, Martin, that is not exactly the fastest corner.
Wow. Wow, Max Verstappen P4. Lewis Hamilton never even got the chance to finish his lap. Lewis Hamilton never got the chance to finish his lap and is going to start in P8. Lando P5. That was a best case scenario for Alpine, or no, sorry, for Alpine, for McLaren A. And yeah, guys, which Alpine is it? Is it Fernando Alonso? Is it, or is it Ocon?
Saying that I came across that and hit it, but then we saw an Alpine in the wall.
Yeah, Alpine in the barriers. We have a Carlos Sainz who crashed into Red Bull.
That last lap was, I don't know if everyone was improving that much, but it felt good.
You can hear the horns being blown, boats in the harbour for Charles Leclerc. Worth pointing out, Fernando Alonso put his Alpine 7th fastest and ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who started only 8th for this
Wow.
Grand Prix. He started 13th back in
Listen to all the
2017,
horns.
so
Listen to all the
19,
horns.
11,
Jesus.
19, it's rare. Lewis
Okay,
Hamilton finds himself at that low
yeah,
time.
okay, so it's Fernando Alonso that's in the barrier.
Ahead of Ocon. What an end to qualifying. Drivers just try and push that little bit.
Okay, so what happened to Checo? What happened to, like, I saw him slide. Yeah, he just the back slid out.
Sliding.
The back slid out. That sucks.
And there's Sainz doing exactly the same thing.
And Carlos Sainz, they copied each other. Like, more.
Suspension as well.
Okay, let's see the Checo on
I
board.
just saw it in the corner of our eye, the Red Bull funny angle as the shot.
Oh, that's such a bad timing.
One of those pendulum spins, and wait for it.
Oh, that crash actually kind of looks like it hurt, you know.
Wanting to know why Carlos, who doesn't need reprimands, any more reprimands, they'll be wanting to know why several seconds later he managed, so they'll be looking at the yellow flag situation there. You'd imagine there'd have been copious amounts of flags there.
It was a few seconds, wasn't it, after the spin, but what did Carlos Sainz see?
I was going to say, yeah, imagine, yeah, A, really unlucky for Checo. B, I think they opened up the broadcast by saying that if Carlos Sainz had any other reprimands, he would get a 10-place grid penalty. And he did just crash into Checo while there are yellow flags being waved. They're talking about it right now.
And it's a 10-place grid penalty. It's the way that the FIA want to help and continue to help improve driving standards.
Imagine they give Carlos Sainz a 10-place grid penalty for tomorrow for crashing into Checo. That would mean that Checo would be second and Verstappen would be third. It would completely change the race dynamics.
Fernando was off in a different corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Fernando, yeah, they haven't even talked about the Fernando Alonso crash. Lewis Hamilton, like, what can he do there? What can he do there? Like, that was just unlucky. Fernando Alonso ended up P7, so that's really good for him. Guys, Lando P5. Let's go, Lando.
We'll start 6. It's a track that's not impossible, but it is very difficult to overtake. Although tomorrow could be a completely different day if the weather forecasters are right. And,
Lando P5 is sick. I'm actually so happy about that. I'm so happy for Lando.
Which forecast you look at, but I was just looking at some footage there. Carlos did go past a yellow light panel and a yellow flag he's going to say, I was already committed into Portier at that point.
Oh my goodness, guys! They might. Wait, what happened to the link? What happened to our? I don't know what happened to our link. There's a chance Carlos Sainz might be screwed. There is a chance they might get Carlos Sainz. That's Max starting P4 is bad. Well, Barbara, that may change. Because they're going to try and say Carlos Sainz deserves a reprimand for crashing into Checo.
Said about this weekend.
Of course, it's his teammate, by crashing, has denied him the chance to improve on his time.
That's going to be insane. That's going to be so much controversy if that does happen. Because think about it. That now gives Red Bull a complete change in the Drivers' Championship dynamics because they'll have a shot. They'll have an absolute shot at taking on Ferrari and probably passing Charles Leclerc. But okay. Charles Leclerc is about to do an interview.
The post-qualifying interviews with a very happy.
Are all the drivers fine? Yeah, they're all good. They're all good.
Charles Leclerc, full position on your home soil. That makes me feel very, very special.
It is very special. I'm so incredibly happy. It's been a very smooth weekend until now. I knew the pace was in the car. I just had to do the job, and it went perfectly. That last lap before the red flag was really, really good. But yeah, anyway, it didn't change anything for us.
But the last lap, I think you were 2/10 up compared to the lap before. That looked really, really strong, huh?
Yeah, and it was really, really on the limit. I had quite a bit of oversteer. I struggled to put the tires in the right window in the last sector because there was a bit of traffic. But at the end,
we'll put up the Drivers' Championship standings. We'll put up the standings.
And I was improving quite a bit. I think I was 4/10 faster before I stopped. So it was a good lap. But to be honest, the car felt amazing, and it's great to also have Carlos with me on the front row.
It's great to have Carlos with you, but I'm not sure he's going to stay with you.
Ferrari, of course. Tomorrow there's a chance of rain. What are you hoping? Rain or dry?
Well, I think dry is a bit more predictable, but whatever comes, I think we are competitive, so it will be fine.
Perfect. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
That's going to be, guys, that's going to be so sick. I cannot wait. Sainz tried to avoid going into Checo. That's why he crashed. He would have crashed into Checo. Yeah, that is true. I think he had a tail slide as well into Checo, which is like he did the exact same thing Checo did into that corner. So I mean, you can't really blame him. I don't blame him. I think it was just extremely incidental, and in my opinion, extremely unlucky. So obviously, it's going to be interesting to see what they think about it. It's going to be interesting. I think the FIA would have to prove without a reasonable doubt that Carlos Sainz saw him or saw the yellow flags. Like that, he's head down. There's a minute left in Q3. He's focusing on trying to get a good lap. Like he doesn't realize that Checo Perez is right there at that corner. I hope Leclerc, guys. I think I'm calling it right now. I thought it would be a Red Bull weekend, but I think Ferrari's changing my minds on that. If Leclerc has pole, I don't think he'll lose it. I don't think he'll whether rain, whether shine. I don't think he'll lose from pole position. There's no way he's that unlucky. There's no way he's that unlucky. So Carlos should have seen the yellow. He should have. He definitely should have. It's going to be interesting to see what they rule. I would feel bad if they got rid of Carlos Sainz because he would go all the way back to P12. It would move Lando up to P4. It would move Max to P3 and Checo Perez to P2, which, in my opinion, means that Max Verstappen would win the race. I think it would be another one of those situations where Red Bull would say, hey, Checo, get out of the way. Let Max take on Charles, which obviously the overtake probably would not happen. But if Charles were to make any little mix-up, any little mistake, or have any little power issue, Max would then take over the race. But yeah, so we'll go over the qualifying results one last time. It is Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Checo Perez, Max Verstappen in P4, Lando Norris in P5. Who is in P6? Oh, George Russell. Jesus, I could not remember. George Russell P7, George Russell P6, Fernando Alonso P7 also crashed into a barrier. on that last lap. So, yeah, Fernando Alonso, we'll see how that goes in the Alpine. We'll see if Lewis Hamilton is able to compete with them in the back if they avoid any accidents. But Lewis Hamilton P8, and then I think 10 is Esteban Ocon, and then 9 is Vettel. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, this has been a fun live stream. Please come back for tomorrow's live stream. It's going to be, the link should be up here shortly. It's going to be a fun race, guys. It's going to be a fun race. It's going to be a fun day. We got the Champions League final today, and then tomorrow we have the Monaco Grand Prix. We have the Indy 500. No, I think they said the Nürburgring, the 24. Wait, is the Nürburgring race happening right now? That blows my mind that they have all of this on one weekend. But it'll be very, very interesting to see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.